Alright, Stargate approach from Hero, as we will wait to see if Maru goes for quick Widow Mines here or something else entirely. Will be those Widow Mines. Reaper had a bit of a scuffle with the Adept, it looks like. Adept coming out on top there, as is usual, as is the tradition for the Reaper versus Adept matchup. Unless if the Reaper is being controlled by Clem. Or perhaps Maru. I think actually we see Clem more with the crazy micro in those types of situations. So, Maru scouted the Stargate. So he's going to try to have these Widow Mines in a nice position here to try and catch whatever flies in. Does find a good connection onto one of these, well, the first Phoenix. Putting it down onto 20 HP, running back home to try and recoup those shields. Luckily for him, it is still alive though, so he will have that 2 Phoenix squad. Make it 3 Phoenix squad right now. The more Phoenix, the merrier. As the saying goes, the 3 Adepts ready to one-shot those SCVs. Are they going to find anything here? It's going to be a tough thing for them to do. The supply depot wall is there, and there's a sufficient amount of Marines to really... Oh dear, the wall is open. Okay, he doesn't commit to it. Interesting. Maybe thinking that Maru was okay with the Adepts coming into his base. Now, Maru on the ball will not allow that to happen again. One Adept into this pocket, a third. I'm going to be checking over here to see whether or not that is available. I guess these Adepts more so were constructed to try and get scouting done. And, I mean, if that is his priority, then letting them all finish into the main base could actually be a negative. Even if you do get a couple of those SCVs. Keeping an eye out on what he is up to. What is Maru up to? He's just making a formidable amount of Marines. The double tac lab right now producing Stimpack and Combat Shield. So he's most likely going to formulate into some sort of a ground attack here with triple racks. He's got himself the Raven as well. Endlessly sending in these shades, trying to keep tabs on the Marine numbers, I suppose. Maru getting in close and personal before he starts shooting, so he will catch Hero off guard a little bit there. And Hero's got himself all these Phoenixes floating around, trying to figure out where are these Widow Mines? Why are they not dropping in my base through the use of medevacs? It's crazy, but I guess Maru just seeing the Phoenix at the first part, he's like, you know, let's try to play it smart. Keep all of that in my own base. Keep it secret. Well, not secret, but keep it safe. Oh. For, you know, a period of time. 2 auto turrets. Amazingly, somehow he keeps that Raven alive. Immediately jumps on the repair as well. Fantastic job right there, as 1 Adept going into the main base, getting 2 worker kills. I say, that was an interesting play from Hero, I have to say. Those Phoenix going all in on those flying units, I don't know if I like that too much. Definitely something you require, those Phoenix here in this part of the battle. If he had gotten the Raven, maybe, I guess he forced out 2 auto turrets. But to me, it feels like he should just die right now. That being said, shield battery overcharge doing its thing. Truly doing its thing. 2 sentries and an immortal. Now we're provided with the security of 1 Colossus. Maru faking the drop right there with the medevac a little bit, dropping the Widow Mines on the side, hoping to surprise those Phoenix when they aren't expecting it. There's more and more Widow Mines just burrowed randomly in the map. Widow Mine army composition here, with the amount of Widow Mines that he went for, it almost feels like Maru was a bit under the impression that he would be up against more of a gateway force at this point in time. Right, nice clearing of everything there in the middle. Sending 1 Phoenix in, just to kind of get a scout going, but quite quickly shot down. Extended thermal lance now available as well, so those Colossi will actually be able to participate in the battle from afar. Quite necessary when there's this amount of Marauders, otherwise they'll just waltz right on top of you and take you out quite quickly. The sentry is quite crucial in this situation also, I have to say. Force fields here gonna be a big part of how he takes on this army, if he will be able to. The Raven, a bit of a terrifying opponent, of course, as well to face. And you're relying so heavily on just a few of these robo units. Medevacs. Oh, there we go. Getting distracted a little bit. Might cause them to be... No, never mind. Okay. Not the Phoenix their lucky day here. Not quite getting the vision of their targets. There's still the 3 Widow Mines there, just waiting, biding their time. He's moving them around slightly here and there, trying to increase the odds, but so far, no cigar. Scan on the main force here. Does reveal the heavy robo amount of units. Maru seemingly prepared though, has these Ghosts with him right now. Reasonable amount of Vikings in production. 2 more coming out, already has the 4 on the field. So that's enough, 6 Vikings, although be it with these Phoenix here as well, that could be still a tough thing for those Vikings to keep the Colossi at bay. Hero the one, in fact, starting to get aggressive. Not entirely certain if it's a necessary aggression. He might just be, you know, a bit too willing to try and get fights going now that he has a Disruptor with him. In theory, you know, it's better to just endlessly try to get good Disruptor shots on from a distance. You know, the man who shoots 1,000 Disruptor shots is just gonna have more Disruptor shots connect in total than the man who only shoots them 10 times. But he only has 1 right now. So... backing up, going for the next set of tiered units. Stargate's Fleet Beacon. Opening up some supply. There's Maru. I mean, he's getting himself the Ghosts once again, right? He's getting the plus weapons upgrade for the air units also. +2/+2 just finished up. It's in a pretty okay spot. Still a fair amount of bases. Hero, of course, 1 base ahead right now. That's the fusion core. Most likely for Liberators, of course. Yeah, both players in a alright position here. 90 army supply of Hero versus the 121 though available for Maru at this moment in time. Still gonna be a couple of seconds before he's across the map. So that's gonna give Hero a bit of extra opportunity here, but looks like he was planning to utilize that supply for adding in more air units. The infrastructure just wasn't quite there yet, so now warping in more zealots. Replenishing that supply that he just kind of freed up. And with that, Maru moves backwards. That's kind of funny. So he... I wonder if he just wanted Hero to warp in more gateway units. Just so he, you know, can't grow to an insane amount of carriers right now, or Tempest. Because we were seeing some Tempest being created. Oh. Unlucky. Finally, the Widowmine, the Widowmine shots on the left flank managed to do something. I really hope that is the same Widowmine. The one remaining, the other two already killed off at some other point, or brought into the main army. Okay. Both players kind of starting to explode now on the map, taking multiple bases here. I guess that is kind of what you do these days. You take multiple bases so that if one gets taken out, you still have the other one. It's just difficult to mount a successful offense for your opponent here on two sides, rather than just the one. Phoenix versus Liberator battles, don't see those enough, do we? That deal with all of the Phoenix on the field though? I think so, yeah. No more Phoenix available. They're not the best units, of course, to have in this situation. Probably better to just have more of those Tempest. Now he is seemingly going full. Something that could be said about those Tempest though is that you... well, in my mind, you always want to be looking for shooting opportunities with those Tempest, right? They have the long range, you have the kiting ability with them. You want to try to be in a position where you're shooting your opponent, you're out your opponent shooting you for as long as possible. Nice snipe on the Nexus there. Yeah, for as long as possible. And if you're in your own base, that's not gonna happen now. He only had about 2 Tempests, so you know, that number is growing quickly. But still, he may have just added... okay, no, now he's making more of them. Okay. Maybe he was just looking for amount of Liberators, or the amount of... sorry. Amount of Tempest to clear out the Liberators. This little push is starting to do some work, isn't it? Nuke thrown down, not gonna be able to do much there. More EMPs. Gonna start sniping down an Archon here? No, okay. Okay, no, more so focused on the left flank now. The entirety of Hero's army on the right flank, so this is a wonderful opportunity here. Hero trying to make his maneuvering through these bases. It's a bit tricky to do. There's the scan. Is the right flank now going to start moving again? No, he's moving it backwards. Perhaps anticipating the full force attack now from the Hero. Wants to have this entire army together as well. Carefully starting to retreat right now. There is the rest of the force. Liberator zone, making it difficult to approach for Hero. Nice EMPs as well. Let's see how good these storms can be. Ooh, there is a wonderful one on the Vikings. Keep your eye out. Oh, those are some great EMPs, but the Bioforce is quite low on HP. Getting stormed. Could take out quite a couple of them, but... well, both players kind of... giving all they can and moving back quite rapidly as well. You know, just keep shooting with those liberators. There you go. Little by little. The longer you manage to keep shooting without your opponent shooting you, the better it is, obviously. Doesn't have disruptors or sentries here to stop this Terran army from moving forwards, but guess he didn't want to commit down the ramp there, which makes sense. You don't know necessarily if there's a disruptor down there or not. I guess you can scan to see, but there was a nuke on the way anyway, so why not just buy that little bit of extra time? Since the same could be said for Maru here, the more time he can deny those Tempests from shooting him from a distance, the better it's going to be for him. Let's take a look at the resources lost tab. It's in favor for Maru. That is not good. That might be the reason why Maru just wipes the floor with the Protoss army right here. Yup. Nice surround though. Very clean surround. No disruptor magic this time around either. This army, oh, he misses the recall on one of the Tempests. That is dead as well. A lot of stuff just going wrong for Hero now. Not being aware of the flank being set up, that was a big one. As long as he saw that coming in, he should have been able to maneuver his Tempest back up into another place, right? Even if it was over here or somewhere towards this area, right? Just so he can't get surrounded. He's able to perform his kiting maneuvers. Instead, Maru taking an extremely efficient trade. Now, in the driver's seat of this match right here, looking to perform a little execution. Nice, yeah, that's so many Terran units still remaining. Protoss trying to warp in, but it's just not going to be enough. It's just never going to be enough from this point onwards. GG is called. Well played by Mr. Maru. Takes game number 1. Game number 2. Between these two titans, there is a blue Terran fighting for Onside Gaming. It is Maru. Bottom left side, there is indeed a red Protoss player fighting for Dragon Phoenix Gamers. It is Hero. How is idle time calculated? I'm not entirely certain of that actually myself. There might be like a certain set time where you know, if you're not doing anything, it's gonna start adding to the idle time. So if it's sort of like 0.3 seconds where you don't press something, I don't know. That's how I do it, I guess. It's a mystery to me. Wait. Oh, said it was the best of 5. It's the best of 3, this one. Is a best of 3. So, it's a hot seat for a Hero. That means cannot afford to lose a single time. But on the plus side, with a best of 3, you only have to win 2 times in this position as well, so could always be worse. Is he planning something here? He already has a second pylon in his main base, so could be for something later down the line, or he is checking for proxies himself. Right, it does happen where there's an SCV in these types of corners, trying to make a starport. In particular over here, right, would be a fantastic place to make something like that happen. We do have those Hellions here being constructed, and Well, a starport, not yet being constructed. There it is. Coming up now. Reaper looking for, well, on the mirrored location. Kind of looking for any proxies as well. Won't find any. It's a good sign, right? Both players looking for their opponent's cheese. Taking it very seriously, not letting any corners be cut unnecessarily. Once again, a proper scout for the Reaper. Going to see the, not only the Stargate, but also the Phoenix coming out.
Additional supply depots required.
Hero once again with the triple adept play here. I wonder what would have happened to that game if those 3 adepts got into the main base actually and killed off like 5 workers or something. It's not out of the question, because those Marines were still far away. I don't believe Stim was ready. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. Looking at this game right now. It was a 3 Rex previously, though, to be fair. But I believe this is what, yeah, this is the same build from Maru, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we had Widow Mines instead of Hellions, to be fair. So it's not. It's not on that remark. There's another Raven coming out though. Always a big fan of the Raven unit. Little Hellion. It's not gonna get any kills, I imagine, but we'll see a healthy drone count or a probe count there. May have been worth sending that to the 3rd base rather than the natural, but that's okay. Didn't see any other units there either, right? It may have been that there's like a some other unit there, some robo units. Not sure which one, but anyway. 3 adepts. Yeah, not gonna have that fortune this time around. Natural base was a little bit open, I suppose, but not gonna go for that one. I like the infrastructure here from Maru as well. Actually, no, you can still move past that. Thought he was making a wall so that if the Shades try to go into the main base, they won't be able to just be like, you know what, never mind, we'll go over here and then behind the minerals. It's a tiny thing, but, you know, it can save you so much pain in one of these games. Alright, now this is this seems like a play coming in from Hero right here. There's quite a lot of Stalkers. There's the safety bunker, there's a Widow Mine, the Raven. Second Widow Mine does join in. Maru's got to be careful not to move out here. That's kind of the thing that Hero wants to do. He wants to lure out these Marines, but Maru not taking the bait, moving backwards. The Blink still going to land right on top of quite a lot of those Marines. So the bunker very quickly dealt with. Other turrets thrown down as the SCVs are being pulled, some of them at least. Oh, Maru's got to be careful. When you send your units, you better send all of them. There is also a Adept now in the main base, just kind of being a problem. Don't mind, nice dodge there with the Blink. Maru already losing 7 workers here. Hero expanding happily with his, well, say expanding, he already expanded a while ago to that 3rd. Sitting pretty good with that one. Wait, did he still lose a Stalker there? Debs being chased down. Stalker's being met with a hefty force of Marine Marauder. And Maru manages to survive for the time being. But it is a very rough position. He's lost quite a bit here. Ooh. Almost targeting down the Raven there. And did this did open up with a Stargate, didn't it? Almost forgot about that. Nice control of the ramp area here, not allowing Hero easy access into these places. Maru now scanning the third of Hero, realizing his predicament. Might not be the best case scenario if he just stays on his 2 base here. Being contained by the Stalkers, defending alone is not going to be enough. We'll either have to break out, get something done across the map, or... well, actually Hero could just keep running into them as well, I suppose. How many gateways are we on? 8 gates. What? 8 gateways. And what else? What else? Guess there's not a lot of follow-up tech here for Hero. Might be more committed to this than I initially thought. I'm not sure if I'm liking that choice. Now he takes a 4th base. He's got himself some spotted pylons on the right side as well, in case some medevacs try to make it across. Attempting to set off some widow mines now and again, whenever there is a couple of blinks available to him. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much presence already of the Terran on top of that ramp that just walking up already, you're gonna lose Stalkers, so you're gonna have to do the blink micro. Realizing this, Maru now starting to push beyond that ramp. We'll start to have to deal with the Wobbersman in his main base, of course. A smart move here from Hero. Nice splitting those Zealots for a little bit, but then the second 2 Widow Mines actually get amazing connections right there. Main base for Maru is in shambles though. It's gonna have to be respected here. Trying to make a comeback with the Gateway Forces, not the right time. Still enough bio there to wash those dreams of Hero. Doesn't quite get the reactor, might not be repaired in time though. To be fair, at this point, it might just be the case that it's a do or die situation for Maru. He's gonna bring the boys. At this point, I would say bring the buildings too, just to avoid a base trade situation. Just bring your buildings with your army here. He still has a little. I guess he still has the 3 command centers, but yeah, right. Here we go. This is the do or die situation in the middle of the fields. Hero takes the engagement, trying to utilize his force fields, but Maru manages to get around those quite quickly. And suddenly, Hero on the back foot with only 31 army supply, back to his shield generator, but that might not be enough in this situation. Quite quickly unpowered with the pylon far forwards. There is a potential for Dark Templars here, but that is quite quickly annihilated by Maru. Pushing into the main now. Is there any way for Hero to recuperate? That is a good question. Overstaying is welcome, trying to push in a couple of times too many. Just taking unfavorable trades. Maybe taking that 4th base as well. Not entirely necessary, but I can see where you're coming from being Hero here. Well, maybe either or, right? Either try to double down, kill your opponent and make the push work inside your opponent's base, or just, you know, commit to the contain. If he pushes out, you know, maybe micro backwards. Oh, nice pick up there. Lovely stuff. Alright, Hero still coming in with a couple of units. Base trade situation is coming into play here. Now he's starting to fly those orbitals across the map, as he will be able to set up a nexus on the top left side as well. 81 army supply strong still available here for Maru, trying to use these last units here in his main base as well as possible. Taking out whatever units he can. A couple of zealots, not too bad. Very difficult for Hero to replenish anything here, regardless of the 1100 minerals in the bank. If you could make all of that into zealots, that would be pretty fantastic, but how many gateways do we still have left? 4 of them. There is a cyber core as well. How many gateways are unpowered? 3 of them. So he has 1 gateway available at this moment. Let's see. Oh, Maru going for the War Prism. That would be a nice catch indeed. Now starting to run after the army that has no escape anymore other than the recall. Jumping away. Maru will have to guess where this nexus has been created. Looks like he is guessing correctly towards the top left side. Has kind of pushed towards the bottom right side anyway before, right? At least to this base. Does find the last remaining bastion of Protoss. Nice. Yeah, there's no way for Hero to win this one. GG is cold. Well played, Maru. Takes the best of 3.